Guatemala's schools are poor, among the worst in the Western Hemisphere, according to UNICEF. In rural areas and among the indigenous Mayans, 80% of the people live in poverty. Children have a hard time learning because over half of Guatemalan children suffer from chronic malnutrition. Because families are so poor, about 1/4 of the children, some as young as 7 years old, work instead of going to school. San Lucas Mission in Guatemala is creating a better education system. The parish elementary school, Colegio San Lucas, is one of the pioneer programs of the San Lucas Mission. Founded by the School Sisters of Notre Dame, Colegio San Lucas was the first school that made education a viable option for the Mayan children of the area.
The school was founded in 1968, so it's 40 years old last year. And there are stories about the teachers, the sisters going all over town, all over to the fincas and all over looking for kids to go to school, and that the children, and there are even people here who remember this, their parents hiding them underneath the bed and behind the stove and all these kinds of things because they didn't want them to go to school because as far as they knew, education meant you were out of the fields and that you were leaving your family, who knows what they're going to be teaching you. And in many cases, that is what has happened in Guatemala. The people in town were really skeptical, but we have gone from 2 to 625. So we have 625 kids, more or less, between the ages of 5 and about 14. So that's pre-K through 6th grade.
To attend the school, families pay a fee of 5 quetzales per month, which equals about 65 US cents. This fee is based on the family's ability to pay.
They're very excited. There's a whole new spirit in the school this year, and so it's a whole new world right now. And the teachers are trying out this new curriculum, which is the national curriculum, which actually is excellent, which is interesting because we have the second worst educational system in the hemisphere, but we have a really, really excellent curriculum. The problem is the national curriculum has been given to the schools basically in the form of books, and that's where it stops. And we are not a culture of reading here. There's just not a culture of books. People don't go to the library. They don't really, the only kind of literature people might read might be the newspaper. But our effort now in this school is to give that opportunity to the teachers to improve themselves, basically teacher workshops and continued education. And the national curriculum is based off of the peace accords that were signed in 1996. It was the first year that Guatemala recognized itself from the government as a multi-ethnic, multicultural, and multilingual country. The first time ever. In the peace accords, there's a mandate that the education all throughout Guatemala would be appropriate in, language, that the first language would be the language spoken. And then culturally and ethnically and all these kinds of things, that it would be an appropriate education, but that really hasn't happened yet. And so this curriculum was developed out from the peace accords with the idea of basically embracing the multicultural, multi-ethnic, and multilingual Guatemala that we are.
Currently, the school is creating a Montessori center for pre-K and kindergarten grades. The center is in the process of being built by parish construction workers and will also be equipped with Montessori materials for the students. The Montessori method is characterized by an emphasis on self-directed activities on the part of the student, as well as clinical observation on the part of the teacher. Progress is being made. A study done in 1964 showed an incredibly low 2.5% literacy rate in the area. A recent census shows literacy rates in the San Lucas area well over 85%, which is a result of the efforts of the San Lucas Education Program.